Perfect. Oh, what? Hello. Hello. I already have people coming in. That's awesome. Hello. Awesome. You guys are getting a different view. It's a little more closer, a little more personal. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Because I never know, and I have to watch a screen here to see what you guys are saying. So I want to make sure that you guys can hear me because it's, my cell phone, so who knows. Sounds good? Awesome. You guys can totally see the top of my wine bottle. Let's move that over. You're going to be in, oh, Chastity. Oh, awesome. I can't wait to meet you. Also, I'll be sending out an email in the next couple of days or so, location and all that information. But I can't wait to meet you too, Chastity. So let's get started. Hello. Welcome back to More Cake Yes Mom, Badass Edible Art. I'm your girl, Jelena. And this is another Fix It Friday on Saturday. If you follow me on Instagram, you know why I didn't go live yesterday. But we're live now. And so I hope you guys have your cups and your beverages, whatever your preference is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill mine up. You guys know when I draw a bottle of wine from the fridge that this is a serious discussion. We are having a grown-up discussion. And hey HBIC, hey! You guys don't understand how happy it makes me when you guys say like HBIC in the comments sometimes. Like I'm just like, they know me so well. Not to mention it also says it on my shirt, which I forgot. But today we are going to do a Fix It Friday where I'm going to discuss with you how to use glitter on your edible creations. Now this is a hot topic. Let me take a sip of wine because y'all gonna probably be pissed at me. For all of you who are watching live and all those who are gonna watch the replay, I'm probably gonna get hate mail, hate email. Everybody's gonna hate me, and I'm sorry. That's it right here. So, oh, the comment section is like banging right now. All right, so this is what's happening. We're gonna discuss this very trendy situation, and it has been a hot topic for years in the sweets community. For years. I've discussed this before back in the day on Periscope. Several of my cake friends and sweet maker friends have discussed this also. And I feel like it needs to be rehashed out again because sometimes people miss information, and also, it's never too late to learn something brand new and get more information. I'm learning every day, so by all means, I am not telling you guys what you should do. You do whatever you want to do. I don't run your business. You run your business. I'm just going to tell y'all the legal shit, okay? Whether or not you don't want to abide by it, that's all you, boo-boo. That's all you. I can't hate the player, okay? And I definitely don't hate the game because it ain't no sweat off of my back. You just have to do what's best for you. That's what I tell people in my business class. My business and pricing class, when it comes to pricing, no, you do it this way when it comes to pricing. When it comes to business, listen, I'm going to teach you the legal shit. You go right ahead and do whatever you want to do. After that, don't tell me nothing, so I'm not a witness to nothing. Know what I mean? All right, so, oh, sorry, I'm missing you guys' comments. Let me go and check them. Let's see what they say. We're pouring up. Let me grab a glass. Yes, we are pouring up. You need everybody say, hey, you need. That's my best friend. Yes, we are pouring up. Yes. I plan on finishing this drink in the next 5 minutes. Let me just get started. Maybe it's important not to drink alcoholic beverages while you're telling people legal information. And let me put this out there also. I am not a lawyer. I do not put it out there that I'm a lawyer. I only give you information in which I have learned out through the years. So let me say that. So don't take my word for it. Do your own research. That is my disclaimer. So don't nobody ever go out there saying, well, Jelena gave me some legal advice. Hell no. I'm going to read some information to you guys, and I'm going to give you guys a list of websites to go to, so then also you can also do your own research. Because I always show it with sources, okay? Receipts. Preach. Thanks. And tomorrow I'll hear how you have a headache. Oh, yeah, girl. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have a headache. But I have to film tomorrow with my kids. This is totally not even on topic. I have to film tomorrow while I'm with my kids, so that should be fun. Today I did all the baking for what we're going to be doing tomorrow, so yay! Anywho, and if you don't know who my kids are, they're amazing and they're great. As a mother to another mother or parent, I don't feel like I have to like sugarcoat that part, but you guys know how hard it is when you have kids around and you're trying to do work. So, you guys are going to see more of my kids in my videos because it just makes it a little more easier for me rather than me having to work around their schedule. They could just work with mommy. So, be on the lookout for all those new videos coming out. Know what I mean? Alright, so we're going to talk about how you can use edible glitter on your sweets. Now, as I said before, I don't know why I'm going off in this English accent, but as I said before, it is a very hot topic and it's very trendy right now to use sparkly shit on all your sweets. And I'm not saying that's like ugly. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. But it's disgusting. Let me break it down to you. Imagine you biting in to a beautiful, delicious, juicy chocolate-covered strawberry. Can you feel it dripping down my face? That's how I feel right now. That sounds so sexual, but whatever. I just can taste it. Right? But then imagine I drop that strawberry in some sand at the beach and pick it up and still eat it. That's what it tastes like when you eat glitter. Okay? It's not appetizing or delicious. And i.e., it's non-edible. Okay? So legally, it is not FDA approved and it is not edible. Yes, I know. It says non-toxic. I know. But that don't mean you were supposed to eat it. Just like the crowns that they make. Like Crayola makes a certain type of crown, and then there's like organic, vegan type of crowns out there for kids to color with. That don't mean for them to eat it. That just means that if kids choose to chew on it, they ain't gonna die. That's what that means, right? It's not gonna cause any harm badly. They may end up with diarrhea that's pink and yellow, but it's not gonna cause. When it comes to glitter, think of little tiny, it's not toxic, but just think of little tiny shards of plastic glass going in your mouth. That is not delicious, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't feel good going down the esophagus. You know what I mean? So I'm going to tell you guys some alternatives. Oh wait, I see the chat moving. Hold on. I love seeing the baking with the kids videos. Thanks. Darren Wright, the crazy, just like they mom. Oh, Jarvis, you're so funny. That's my brother. Everybody say hi, Jarvis. That's my brother. He's in the army. Give him a wave. Hello. It's not fun to eat. It's terrible. Hello. But most glitter they sell for cakes are not edible, just non-toxic. Amen. Don't put it on your cakes. So what about the companies that say FDA approved? We're going to discuss that too. Hi, Jarvis. Oh, Unique's saying hi to Jarvis. Okay. So this is the thing. You go to the cake stores or you go online sorry, my pants keep falling down. Or you go online and you see like the cake stores or the sweet making stores that sell. Every time I say cake, that's not a dig to anybody else. Just know I'm including all the other sweet makers who make stuff. So when you go to the cake store and you go to buy supplies, you see, usually they have it right at the front counter or right near the front counter, like all the little disco dust. Excuse me. Excuse me. All the disco dust, luster dust, petal dust. You see all that sitting up there, right? Disco dust. All that is, all right, I'm going to tell you that right now, is another way of saying super fine glitter, which you can find super fine glitter at Walmart, which is a giant, department inside, has everything you need in type of store for all those that don't know. or you can find it in your arts and crafts stores like Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. That's all that is. Super fine glitter and disco dust is the same thing. It's glitter. It may read non-toxic, but that doesn't mean it's edible. And stores, and this is the situation. Imagine you go into the grocery store, right? And you have apples. But right next to the apples, you have some forks, right? It's not the store's job, although it should be, to write, do not eat the forks because it's sitting next to something edible. You see what I'm saying? It's your job as a business owner to do your research. Your job. No one else's job besides yours. And it is your job to let your customers know that using glitter on their food is unacceptable of what they're going to eat. And if they want to put glitter, if they want glitter and shininess because they've seen a picture on Pinterest or Instagram or wherever, just let them know you ain't putting that shit on there. Because the FDA will come after you. They will. There was a big hoopla 3 years ago when this became a very trendy topic again, and some girls in a Facebook group got in trouble for that because they were posting their pictures. And what I've noticed in the cake community, I've said this before, what I've noticed in the cake community is that anytime another baker has an issue with legal stuff or anything like, it's because some other baker snitched on her because they were jealous or whatever you want to say. So just know that that's the type of energy that's out there. People don't want to see you succeed, especially if you are succeeding in a way that may be not as appetizing. So, as far as disco dust, that is not edible. You are not allowed for home-based bakers, for brick and mortar bakeries, for any food establishment, you are not allowed to put anything that is not edible on food to be edible. But there's an asterisk, right? There's a little asterisk. Something going on. Hold on. Sorry. I gotta look over. That techie chick. I don't accept orders from people who ask for glitter or use an FDA approved one. That techie check says I have it on my contract as well. Which brands are FDA approved now? So there are ways to either you can make your own edible glitter out of actual food, which I'll have all those links, like once we're done with this, I'll have all those links down below in the description so that way you guys can go and check out some websites, some awesome blogs that have alternatives of things that you can do. So there are edible glitters that people do sell. You just have to make sure it says it's FDA approved, right, for here in America. Because there are things that are approved for the UK but not for America. And if we use something from the UK that's approved over here, that's the situation. Because it was just a few years ago, Unique, you remember this? Just a few years ago, luster dust, edible luster dust wasn't approved here. People were buying it from the UK and bringing it over. I was buying my stuff from the UK, right? Listen, I'm not a perfect person. I can tell you things that I've done before too. I was buying my stuff in the UK for their FDA approved items and using it over here because I don't know why it takes America 10 times longer to catch up with the rest of the world. Like, I don't know. But now we have FDA approved glitters and we have FDA approved luster dust and petal dust. And FDA approved as in they are edible actual items. People have figured out a way to make these products edible. Because what people were using before for like petal dust, in reality all that was like makeup. You know how like you put makeup on your face? That's basically all that is. And yes, it's non-toxic, but it's still not edible, right? So some of the things that they do say that you can do with glitter, well, they don't want you to do it. And I'm going to send you guys that link. I'm going to put that link down below too for you guys to make sure you're reading that entire thing. The FDA put out a statement back in 2016, and it's just like 2 or 3 paragraphs. I can't quite remember. And they basically noted how they feel about the glitter being used on edible sweets and creations, and they advised against it. But there's this little line in there that says, What did it say? I think I wrote it down. It's non-toxic, and it's for, if it says non-toxic and for decorative purposes only, and it doesn't have ingredients on the back of it, then that's not edible. Like it should include ingredients. Anybody that's selling anything edible, it should always include ingredients on the back, right? But it says, the way it's written, it says don't use directly, underline, can somebody underline that word directly? Directly on food, okay? So there is a way for you to use it indirectly on food. And if you are going to use it on food, it needs to be taken off before your customer eats. Now, for all you treat makers, I can't help you, because that means you have to put the glitter on your cupcake buttercream, dip it in your chocolate. There's no way around it, unless you were putting on like a bow, right? A bow that may have some glitter on it. Like that's acceptable, because then the fabric bow can be removed off of it. Just like a topper on a cake. If I wanted to create a topper and have it all glittery, like you guys see how Hobby Lobby sells those like numbers that are all glittered out, like that's acceptable, because then it can be removed. There, I don't know if you guys also saw, hold on, missing things in the comments. I gotta remind myself, let me go back. Even some gold and silver highlighter are not edible. Claire Bowman something, for example, and people coat the cakes with them. Right. Rokum was approved in Australia at one point, but not here. Right, it was the Rokum. That's the one. I couldn't remember. Right, we have many products that are FDA approved here and yet are banned in other countries. It's like sugar flowers. If there's wires in them, you can't sell them as food. Exactly. It's only for decorating purposes, not to be eaten. Exactly. Exactly, and then you give the removal instructions. Right. So everything that they're saying, 100% correct. So just like flowers, like she said, when there's wire in it, you can't sell that as food, because wire gets rusted, and it touching cakes and touching fondant. I don't know if you guys ever like smelt metal on your hands from going to like the grocery stores or shopping stores and picking up the hangers, and your hands smell a little metally. Imagine that in your mouth with the wire. It's not cute. We don't want to do all that. No. I gotta take a sip of wine. So, you want to make sure that in your documentation, here's a little business advice, and if you want more business advice, you guys should join my business class, Pricing with Confidence. Just a little plug there for you. You want to make sure that in your contract with your customer, and every customer should have a contract. The contract can be this tiny or this big. It just depends on the order. And usually it's like an invoice is the contract between you and your customer. It should say it there, your terms and conditions, that certain items aren't intended for edibleness and eating, that it should be as a topper, listed as a topper, non-edible, and should also be removed, right? Because when we create cakes, like I use inside structure, and inside structure isn't edible, but it is food safe, non-toxic, and can be removed. You understand what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure you word that stuff like that. That's how I word it when it comes to the inside structure that I use. I use SugarWorks sugar structure. If you don't know who they are, I don't think I have their box. Do I have their box? Oh, here it is. So like SugarWorks sugar structure, they have items that they've created, right? Some inside structure. I used to go to Home Depot and get all of this stuff, right? And then I have to cover it with either plastic wrap or foil or something like that in order for it to be inside structure. But now SugarWorks sugar structure, they make something that is non-toxic and food safe for cakers to be able to use on their edible sweets. So check them out if you're looking for inside structure that, you know, is food safe. And it can be, I rewash it, you're able to rewash it, it's washable. That's what I love about it. I can use it over and over and over again. Okay, so yeah, so we said about removing prior to consumption. Certain words like luster dust, I said this earlier, luster dust, disco dust, oh, something called twinkle dust? I've never heard of that before. Sparkle dust and highlighter, shimmer powder, pearl dust, and petal dust. All of those words don't mean nothing, okay? That doesn't mean that it's edible. All that means is it's non-toxic, okay? So I would look into that, like the items that you're purchasing. And you can go online. It's super easy. Again, I'm going to provide you guys with some links down below. But you can go online and just Google in, edible glitter. And purchase your edible glitters or edible petal dust. And then Amazon has a lot of edible petal dust. You want to look into that. I know it's easier to just do, right? And just be like, well, no one has had a problem with me. But something I also tell my business class is that if you guys don't remember, 2 years ago, Chris Brown, if y'all don't know who he is, he's like this actor, musician, singer. Chris Brown had a birthday party for his daughter, and I believe it was his daughter that got sick, and a couple of kids got sick because all of the creations, they were gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm not taking away from the person who created them. But unfortunately, they were all filled and covered with glitter. And I remember seeing those photos thinking, oh, that's going to be a problem. And it became a problem. His daughter had to be taken to the hospital. So, and probably have her belly pumped. Like, that's not a good thing to go on your belly, especially in large consumptions like that. And I know a lot of people go, well, I just want to sprinkle a little bit to give it a little sparkle. No. I don't advise that either, because there's no way to remove that little sprinkle off the buttercream. You see what I'm saying? And there's so many other items out there that you can use. And if you guys saw, I just did a chalkboard cake. If you haven't seen that tutorial, after this, make sure you go back and watch those tutorials. But in that tutorial, I don't add though, but it will be a future one. But what I did is, there's a divider. There's a 1" by 7 or 6" styrofoam dummy, and then I covered it completely in sprinkles. Okay, I colored the sprinkles with edible gold luster dust, and I then put it on that dummy cake. Now, this is the thing. There once was a cake that I did that looked exactly like my chalkboard cake, but I used glitter. See, the difference is though, is I used it on a dummy cake. The dummy cake was sitting on a cake board. If it was the rest of it was real cake. It was sitting on a cake board, and it's able to be removed, right? Because we use dummy cakes when it comes to cake decorating, so we're able to remove it. So those are some ideas and ways that you're able to do it. You just have to make sure that it's listed as a topper and told your customer that it's not for consumption. Something's going on over here. Let's see. Rocal approved. Okay, right. We have. I'm just scrolling down. It's like sugar flowers. We said that. Roxy and Rich got edible glitter, but it's not as shiny. I know, which is so annoying because Wilton, they list that they have edible glitter, and then when you go into like Michael's Arts and Craft and go get it off the shelf, it's not really glitter. It's kind of like flakes, and it's not as shiny. Like Wilton's gold isn't very shiny. It's kind of like matty and dark and not very shiny gold. It's not very cute. But I know there are companies out there that are retrying things all the time. They're retrying stuff all the time. What I say, that's something that I've done when I through my learning of cake decorating, is that sometimes you have to do some things on your own and concoct something to make it what you want, right? Sometimes you have to make ways around it. And it's so easy nowadays for people to go online and look up tutorials. And to me, it's not very popular for someone like me to go, listen, figure it out yourself, because I do tutorials. I'm here to teach you guys stuff. But it's, in reality, it is so much more easier for you to sit down and focus on thinking how you can work around the idea. For this chalkboard cake I didn't want to use glitter for this specific reason, because I wanted to have this conversation with you guys. But I found a way around it. So you guys could see that, yes, glitter is shiny and sparkly, but the way that I created it with the sprinkles is just as beautiful. And the sprinkles are edible. They're edible sprinkles. They were just some random cheap sprinkles I bought at Walmart, and then I just put them in a bag and made them into gold. You know what I mean? There's always a way around these things. You can buy edible gold leaf in different colors. It comes in rose gold, silver, actual gold. You know, there's ways to actually make edible glitter, which is what I said. There's this girl named Liz Merrick. She has a Sugar Geek show, and on one of her blogs, I read, I think a year ago or something like that, she made edible glitter, and I thought this actually looks like glitter. It looked really, really good. Or an alternative is what is it called? Someone help me out. Sugar. What is it called? Sugar. I have a whole drawer. Sanding sugar, right? Sanding sugar is so like sparkly, right? There's all different colors. You can buy giant bags. I get mine from CK online at Amazon. They have all different colors: purples, greens, blues, yellows. That too can also be glistening and pretty. So there are alternatives to making your creations like pop and look expensive. I don't think so. I believe everything they make is vegan. Oh, okay, that's good though. Oh, interesting. I'll have to look it up. I'm addicted to Roxanne Rich Powders. Amazing company. I'm gonna write that down. See, I got my little notepad. I'm gonna write down Roxanne Rich because I'd love to see who that is. Just get a straw for that bottle. Oh, you're right. Let me go ahead and just give a straw for the bottle. See, I got these standing by for me. Oh, but for the bottle, I wish I had a longer straw. I would have definitely just been sipping it. I'm already mumbling as if I'm already twisted, and I'm not, I promise. I just talk really fast. I do love a gold leaf effect on a cake too. You know who I love, who makes cakes? No one specific, but like everybody in Australia. Everybody in Australia. They came up in the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, with the most beautiful creations, right? And they keep them so natural looking, so organic. And then they put these little gold leaf, edible gold leaves on there. And it just, I find it so therapeutic to watch someone from Australia create cakes. I think people here create beautiful cakes, but I feel like in Australia it's a different type of feeling when they create cakes. So I'm just so in awe. Because I don't know if you guys, what I've noticed, like from America, we create very tall cakes and we worry about the straight edges. In Australia, their cakes are like perfect. And then in the UK, a lot of people, their cakes aren't as tall, like as far as their tiers aren't as tall, and they're more rounded, right? Which is how cake decorating used to be. So there's just little things that I've noticed that a lot of different countries go by that trend. And now I'm noticing like a lot of the islands, on Jamaica, some people even in Africa, I'm noticing a lot more cultures out there and their different ways of making cakes and how gorgeous and beautiful they are. But Australia has always been one of my favorites because I just feel like the way that they make it and have the flowers, I get very inspired by seeing their work because it's not like how I saw cake decorating when I was starting out in the business 12-something years ago. Brother, Australia cake be baked. Yeah, the concrete cake, yes. I love when they create something based off an element that we've looked at all of our lives. When I decide to make a cake and I want to get inspired, I do not go on Pinterest and look up other cakes. That's a little secret of mine. Maybe not that big of a secret, but I go out to museums, I go on nature walks, I look at magazines of fashion, I listen to music. There's all different types of things, right? But I do see a lot of people with their trendy cakes, so sometimes I want to maybe create a trendy cake that matches the cake that they've created. But when I want to be inspired and create my own creations, I do not look at other cakes. It's so easy to get lost in trying to replicate everybody's cakes rather than trying to like start your own style or create something for yourself and put your own self into it, right? So that's just off on a tangent. I don't know why I said that, but whatever. So we went over that. I'm just crossing off the things we went over. We did that. We talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. Yep. Cross. Look at all this. Look at all this we talked about. How long have I been on? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't matter. So, anyways, so when it comes to using glitter on your items, remember you don't want to use the glitter that you're buying in the cake stores, that's a disco dust, that is non-edible. If anything, my biggest gripe is glitter. I'm not petal dust, luster dust, whatever. My biggest gripe is glitter because that actually really causes a gritty effect on your teeth, and I cannot imagine that being appetizing whatsoever to a child or a grown-up. So I would say the only time you want to use glitter is if it's a topper and if it's an item that can be removed from your cake as a topper, right? That's it. I would not use cake directly on a cake, I would not use glitter directly on a cake as the FDA has said. There's indirect ways you can do it, but never directly. And make sure you include on your contract, yo, customer, do not eat this shit. It's not good. This is strictly for decorative purposes. You know what I'm saying? That is it. So you just want to be careful about those things, and you as the business owner should you should definitely be looking out for that stuff when you go to the store. It is up to you to be educated. It is not up to the store to educate you. Right? So I want to tell you guys what next, I don't know if it's next week or the week after. Hell, it most likely will be the week after, because next week will be a Fix It with me, and we're going to do something fun. I don't know yet, but it'll be fun. But the next Fix It Friday, we're going to discuss how you can use alcohol in your edible sweets. And that is part of the conversation I give in my business class. I keep mentioning my business class. If you guys don't know, I do a pricing with confidence class. And right now I did one here in Georgia. I just did one twice actually. One in January and one last month. Or was it this month? It was this month. But I have one coming up in Miami, and I have one coming up in New York. So if you don't live in either one of those states, do not be afraid to travel. Because people are always trying to get me to go somewhere else. And I'm like, well, it's easier if you just came to me. You see what I'm saying? Because if I have to travel to 10 different places to teach the same thing, that's just way too much. It's so much more easier if you just travel to me. And I drive everywhere. So can't nobody gripe to me about that they can't get to where they need to get to. So I would say join my Pricing with Confidence class. I go over everything with you guys to a T. To a T. I break down how you're supposed to price your creations, how you make a profit, how you're making money. We talk about taxes. We talk about legal information. We talk about how to make you legitimate. We talk about so much in that class. It is an all-day class. Lunch is provided. And I get real with y'all. Because sometimes y'all need that. You know, sometimes people need to be like, listen, I got to talk to you. So if you haven't signed up for that class yet, sign up. It's on my HBIC tour. It is on my website. Again, all the links would be down below. But just go to my Instagram at yes_ma'am_sweets. And we got 30 live people. Hey, all 30 live people. You guys can say hi. You don't have to sit back and just watch. You can speak to me and say hello. Again, the next Fix It Friday will be how you can use alcohol in your sweets. I feel like every time I say alcohol, I'll just take a swig of this. Yeah, I hope you guys learned something, and I hope I didn't piss off too many people. Because I'm pretty sure some people are going to be like, you know, that's usually you're telling me some stuff, and now I know. Because you know people like to work off of ignorance, and then like, I didn't know this before, and now I know it, and now it's just going to be in the back of my head. But remember I told you at the beginning? What you do with your business is your business until it becomes the world's business when it gets put out there. So I can only tell you guys legal information and what has been either told to me by someone who has been in that position or something that I've researched about. That's all I can tell you. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to pretend I'm a lawyer. I can't tell you any of those things, okay? But what I can tell you is don't mess up, because the FDA takes these things very seriously. And if you're a home-based business, that can mean several things. And I'm speaking from personal experience. That means that you either can't afford a bakery, or you may even be running in illegal home business as far as baking, right? In some states, it could be illegal, and others, not so much. But that means if you're doing those things, that means financially you may not be able to afford to be able to pay that fine that they're going to get you with, okay? Because money talks, especially to the government. And they're going to fine everybody for everything. So I would just be careful about what you guys do out there, because it can always come back and screw you over at the end of the day. So. Oh, I see people saying, hey, hi, hey. I look away, I say hi. It's been a minute, girl. Who are we talking to? Oh, Lala. Hey, Lala. I'm like, Unique, who are you talking to? I see my sister. Hi, Jaleesa. Look, I'm just going to give a shout out to everybody. Hello. I see everybody saying hi. It's been a minute. Oh, y'all having a whole conversation. I really like how real you are when you give advice. Oh, thank you. I never know how to respond to I never know how to respond to when people say how real I am. But I appreciate it. Thank you, because I just feel like I work with sugar. I can't sugarcoat my words. I have to be straight up and honest with you guys, because I feel like if I'm not, then you guys will go, oh, well, she didn't really mean it. No, I mean it. So I get very passionate about certain things like this, especially for people who are in the business who don't know the business side of their business. And it's very important, because we're all artists. And I've said this before. I think I've told this story before, when I went to school for photography and graphic design, and the dean of my school, he was one of my teachers for the first semester, a real jackass if you ask me, but he was in the class and he was like, oh, everybody wants to be an artist, but you're going to be broke if you don't know the business side of it, right? It's great that you want to just give and create, and it's fun, and you don't want to do math. I don't want to do math. I don't profit margin, percentages. I don't want to know that. You know, a lot of people don't want to go through that process. Or contracts, I got to fill out forms to figure out how to become legal. Taxes, oh no, not tax. Like, I know a lot of people don't want to go through that, and I understand that, because that's how I was too. But it's important, because if you want to you're not running a business if you're not doing the business side of it. And that's just real. So this is an unpopular opinion, and people will hate me for this. They will hate me. But you're not running a business if you don't take care of the business side of your business, okay? It's great to go out there and you're like, I'm making money. I've sold so much stuff this weekend, but yeah, you're getting in money, but are you making a profit? That's a totally different situation. Totally different situation. You know, are you putting money in your pocket? Are you putting money back in your business? Are you profiting? Do you know your numbers? So those things are very important to learn, especially as a businesswoman, because nowadays you see more and more women going out there. This is now gone into a total tangent of a different conversation than glitter. But nowadays you see more and more women go out there, and we're creating more businesses. We are becoming the face of a lot of companies now. It's just slowly trickling in there, because we've always been there, but we were never here. You know what I'm saying? But now we're starting to get up here. Now we're becoming more CEOs in the workforce. Now there's more women techs. Shout out to my best friend who's a woman tech. Now there's more women bosses, right? And we are doing it. We are doing the damn thing. So it's important that we don't walk into the room with without all the information, okay? Because people love to say, well, men are always given this easy pass. But at the end of the day, you're a big girl, pull your britches up, and you may have to work 10 times harder than someone else, but that's what life has given you. And that's coming from a woman who is a mother, and definitely black, okay? So please believe there are a lot of things in this world that go against me, right? A lot of things in this world that go against me. But that shouldn't be an excuse, because not that every opportunity has been given to me, but every opportunity I'm going to go out there and take. So if you are working a full-time job and you're doing this on the side, then you're just working a hobby. But if you plan on making this a real business, then I promise you, you're going to need the business. You're going to need the business information. Okay? The days of working under the table, no more. No more. I run a real business. I run like 3 real businesses and working on a 4th like a moron. But if I didn't pay attention to that part, then I don't think I would be very profitable in the business that I'm doing. That's just a little bit of FYI. And I don't remember how we got on this topic. I don't. Maybe I was telling you guys about the pricing class? Maybe that's what it was. We'll just say that. Yeah, we'll just say that. What's going on in the comments? Y'all like having a whole conversation in here. Woohoo, Jaleesa. Hey, Jaleesa. Oh, you saying hi to my sister? Hey, Lala. Okay, yeah, Lala. My eye is twitching. I'm doing well. Hey, best friend. Okay, yes, you are. Oh, thanks. Did Kai get my... Oh, my God. Y'all having a real conversation about my family in here? Did we just go to church? Yeah, we done went to church. We done came back for lunch. And then I just set it down on the table for y'all. Okay? We sat around Thanksgiving dinner. And I told y'all what y'all need to be thankful for. Alright? I'm just letting y'all know. Sometimes people don't like what I have to say. And they don't like how I have to say it. Tough luck. What? Oh, there's more. Okay. Work the 10 hours, girl. It's going to pass them. And you might as well use them to the best of their ability. Yes, thank you. What are we talking about? I don't know what y'all be talking about. I feel like Unique and my sister are having a conversation that I'm confused about. But anyway, so if you guys have any further questions about anything like that, or if you guys want to see me talk about a topic, a certain topic, write it in the comments. Not in this group chat. We're in a chat right now. But write it in the comments after the video. Or write it on my Instagram at yes_ma'am_sweets. I should have it right here. Oh, speaking of right here, have you guys noticed my new background in my videos? I brought the drip all the way around. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I love it. So yeah, let me know what tutorials you guys would like to see, and let me know what Fake It With Me's or Fix It Fridays conversations you guys want to have also, because it's easier to have these conversations live with you guys, so that way you can be a part of it, so that way we can keep the conversation going, because a lot of people don't want to talk about this. And the reason why I'm discussing this now is shout out to Kim in Miami, Florida, Exquisite Treats. Yeah, she has a bakery down there. I met her like 3.5, 4 years ago. She's really sweet. She just opened up her bakery, I think 2 years ago or something like that. But anyways, she was talking about this on her Facebook a couple of days ago, and it just kind of re-sparked some of the conversations her and I had way back in the day and on Periscope about this topic. So we just wanted to bring it back to you guys. So shout out to her for giving me the idea to have this conversation. But other than that, learning every day, yes. And you guys know I have to do a dance. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just let me tell you guys. Before I got live, I was over there on the couch about to fall asleep. Dead ass. About to pass out. Because I was like, I'm tired. These kids don't work me to the bone today. So, anywho, I'm going to talk to you guys later. I'm sorry, stop rambling on about nonsense. I really appreciate every single one of you guys who came in tonight. Make sure you guys check out all of the tutorials that I've been doing lately. And make sure you guys check out my Instagram at yes_ma'am_sweets, where I post what I got going on every day, all day, especially watch my Insta stories because I go live. My eye is super twitchy. Other than that, check out my HBIC tour, which is all my on-hand classes and meetups. I'll be in South Carolina in a couple of days. I'm supposed to go to Orlando. We'll see how that works out for a meetup. I have my meetup in Orlando. Oh my God, you guys want to go to the meetup. You want to go? We're going to do indoor skydiving. My meetups are going to be hella fun. We're going to have so much fun. Super excited. And then afterwards, we're going to go eat. So please check out the meetup. If you are in Miami, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, any of the close areas, hell, even if you're not close, come to Orlando. We're going to have an amazing time. You can check all that out on my website. Again, all that stuff is linked in my bio. I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. I'm Jelena from More Cake. Yes, my badass out of art. Bye. I appreciate you. I don't have anybody here to turn the camera off, so I got to go around. Okay, bye. There's a comment. How about talking about how you manage your business and family, tips and tricks on church talking. Look at it. She looks like she has everything under control. Oh, do I? No, I don't. But that is a great conversation, and maybe we will touch base on that one. I like that one a lot. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, bye guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm gonna go over here.